If you grew up in the 90s, then there is one movie that would have changed everything for you. And that movie was Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, which I'm not sure if you've noticed was uploaded to YouTube in its entirety by Pokemon last week. This is a perfect time to revisit this iconic film that changed my life. This was the most anticipated movie for every 5 or 6-year-old kid who went to the cinemas with their dad to see Mewtwo on the big screen. Pokemon the first movie is such a fascinating film. It has such an incredible message, and I simply had to revisit it today. What's up guys, Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Now let's do it. So I actually noticed quite recently, as someone who subscribes to the Pokemon YouTube channel, that over the last few months or even a year, Pokemon has just been uploading full episodes of the anime from the start, the Indigo League, every single day. I see them every day in my feed just coming up, and it is such an interesting blast from the past to just click into them, watch a little bit, scroll through, and just remember these iconic episodes of this fantastic kids TV show that I loved growing up. And that's the thing, like, I was born in 1994. I was there for the first episode of Pokemon. I saw Ash Ketchum sleep in, come late to Professor Oak's laboratory, miss out on a Squirtle, Charmander, or Blastoise, and choose Pikachu instead. I was there for the beginning of this journey. And for most kids my age, I think Pokemon was just such a massive deal. Like, we were there for the start of what would become and still is an international global phenomenon and juggernaut. And I kind of got used to the episodes being available and free to watch whenever I wanted on YouTube, but then I saw that the Pokemon first movie was premiering on YouTube, and I thought it was really cool. From a business perspective, I think it's interesting to make all this content available for free on YouTube. Pokemon used to have an app called Pokemon TV that actually had the entire anime available to watch, as well as the movies, I'm pretty sure. But that shut down a few years ago. Maybe it was just too expensive for Pokemon to like manage their servers and own that content, and so they've just literally decided to put it all up on YouTube instead, which to be honest is a good idea. Side note on this topic, but I think YouTube should genuinely just become the future of all streaming. I would love for there to just be full movies, full TV shows, full everything on YouTube, and you just pay a subscription fee for it. That would be amazing. But back to Pokemon. Pokemon the first movie was like this amazing event. I remember showing up to the cinema with my dad that day, and every kid that went also got like a free promo Pokemon card based on the movie. That was something that continued with a bunch of the other Pokemon movies that hit cinemas, but I'm pretty sure I still have some of these promo cards. Hang on for 1 second.
One eternity later.
And I guess that's how much this franchise kind of means to me. Like, I'll hang on to something like this 25 years after that movie came out, and I'll keep it. Not only was the movie just incredible for kids at the time, but it actually had quite a special message that I still think about to this day. Of course, the movie revolves around the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo, who is just a fascinating and interesting character to say the least. The concept of Mewtwo is that it is a clone of another Pokemon called Mew. Mew was cloned by a team of scientists who were trying to create the world's most powerful Pokemon, and that's how Mewtwo came to be. But Mewtwo was kind of doing the bidding of its masters and started to think for itself. Inadvertently, I think Mewtwo became this existential icon for a group of millennials and 90s kids who saw this movie. I always really related to this story because Mewtwo just was created for someone else's vision and didn't have any purpose, didn't have any idea of what they were supposed to be and what they were supposed to do. Mewtwo is kind of forced to question its own existence and reality, and I guess it. Hey guys, while I've got you, I am getting closer and closer to hitting my goal of 10k subs by the end of 2025. I am going to get there soon, I really believe it, but I need your help. Most people who watch these videos aren't subscribed, so I'd love if you could hit the subscribe button now and help me out. If you like this video and you want more Gen Z, millennial, pop culture, nerd culture kind of stuff like this, please jump on board. I'd love to have you. And yeah, we'll speak soon. Let's get back to it. Mewtwo is kind of forced to question its own existence and reality. And I guess it kind of sends him mad. He knows that he was made to be the world's strongest Pokemon, so he is desperate to find a challenger worthy of him. That's how he ends up inviting a bunch of trainers to a mysterious island to fight him, but he actually intends on capturing all of their Pokemon and cloning them to essentially have an army of cloned Pokemon. And all of this stems from this yearning and this desire for meaning in his life. Like, all he wants is some kind of purpose. And strangely, I think for a kid's movie, it was surprisingly analogous to what we all go through in adulthood. Like, all of us are just born, we're brought into this world without choosing it, and we all have to just find our way, figure out what our mission and purpose is, and just do it. And it's really easy to get lost along the way. It's really easy to fall into a rut and struggle. That just happens. Mewtwo is the epitome, I think, of growing up and figuring out who you are as an individual and not necessarily taking the best route to get there. That's maybe the scary part. The movie kind of comes to an end with Ash Ketchum sacrificing himself to save his Pikachu, his best friend, which is something that Mewtwo really can't understand, and it really enlightens him. At the same time, you get this great discussion from Meowth, Team Rocket's Meowth, and the clone Meowth about how even though they're on different sides of this war, maybe they're not that different after all. And finally, Mewtwo takes a turn for good rather than evil and says these iconic words that are burned into my brain to this day.
I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are.
I love this quote. I think it is such a beautiful, beautiful statement. And to be honest, this is the English translation. I don't even know what the original Japanese line was. Maybe it was similar. But what I really love about this is, like, to impart such great wisdom on children who are seeing this movie. And let's be real, the people who are seeing this movie are children and their parents, and maybe their parents get something out of hearing that. But I think it's really great because it really showcases this inclusivity and this idea of we're all in this together, and wherever you come from or whoever you are or whatever you are and wherever you find yourself in this world, only you can make choices to better yourself and to better the people around you and to spread joy to the people around you. What you do with the gift of your life determines who you are. It doesn't matter where you came from. And I think that is just stunning wisdom to pass on to a generation of children, and I always carry that wisdom with me. I think it's easy to dismiss this movie as just a immature kids film, and I think a lot of critics did at the time, but I think if you really watch this movie, which is now available to watch for free on YouTube, you'll really get a lot out of it. Not only will it be a trip down memory lane and a blast from the past, I actually think this is one of the best kids movies ever made. I think there is a lot of great messaging and wisdom. It's entertaining, it's fun. It has one of the most complex kids movie villains of all time, and I love it. I love this movie. I'll always cherish stuff like this card and anything to do with Pokemon because I think it instilled so many more lessons in me than I ever would have imagined. Whew, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Comment below, have you seen the movie? What do you think of my take? What are your hot takes on the movie? And if you made it to the end of the video and have nothing to comment, but you want to help me out in the algorithm anyway, just comment below GS Ball. If you're a Pokemon fan like me, you'll know exactly what it means, so comment it below anyway. While I've got you, I'm all over the internet doing dumb stuff that I think is cool. All my links are down below, so check me out. And if you like this video, YouTube thinks you'll probably like this video too, but if you want to watch a bunch of Pokemon related content, here's a whole playlist I prepared for you earlier. I won't stop you binging it. That is pretty much it from me. My name's Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind, and I'll catch you later.